Hello, we will be interviewing Mr. Ambrosio, the gym teacher, who will be answering some questions about whether he thinks we should add more sports or not. Now we will be interviewing two kids in 5th grade and 6th grade to see what their opinion is. Last, based on their answers, we will see if we need to change our question. Hello, Mr. Ambrosio, when do you think kids should practice at home?
When do I think kids should practice what at home?
Like sports.
I think practicing at home can start at a very, very young age, even before you go to kindergarten, of course, with parental supervision, but I think that it's really important to start being active at a young age.
Do you think other kids would agree with your statement?
I definitely think so.
Okay, what stretches do you think kids should do to be better, be better prepared for sports?
Stretches. Well, I think there's a lot of static stretches are important. Stretches where you stay in one place to help elongate the muscles, but especially dynamic stretches are very important. Those are the ones that help your muscles get moving, and they're more suitable for sports since you're moving around during the game.
All right, last question. Do you think that kids would like vegetables or fruits more?
In my experience, I think students typically like fruits more because they're a little bit sweeter. Both are very important and needed throughout the day, but if I were to guess, I'd say probably fruits.
All right, thank you for your feedback.
Of course.
What's your name?
Hello, my name's Mark.
Okay, Mark. So what sports do you think we should add to the school?
I think we should definitely add baseball to our sports list.
Why do you think that's a way that people can maintain their health by doing that?
Baseball has a lot of running in it.
Okay.
It's super fun.
And last question, why do you think that those activities are enjoyable for other kids?
Because I think a lot of kids like to run, which there's a lot of baseball, as I said. And baseball's pretty classic, it's very iconic in America. And some other countries too. It's just fun.
Alright, thank you for your feedback. What's your name?
Rachel.
Okay, Rachel, what healthy foods do you dislike?
Sometimes grapes.
What do you dislike about grapes?
That sometimes it just makes my lip itch.
Okay. Thank you for your feedback. What's your name?
Lukian.
Okay, Lukian, what sports do you think other kids would like to add to the school?
Swimming, because people like swimming.
Can you tell me why you feel that way?
Well, I myself would join if there was a pool. There isn't.
Okay, thank you for your feedback.
Name? Aaliyah.
Okay, Aaliyah, if we added a sport to the school, what time do you think the practice should be?
If we added soccer, the practice should be at 5 so that they can have time to dress and do their homework at home, and then they could just come back.
Okay, thank you for your feedback. These are some recommendations for new sports at RIS. Hopefully the board will accept some of these recommendations and allow kids to have more fun.
In one moment, we will be interviewing Ms. Bevel about what she did with her students, her favorite activities and books she read, and what plans she will be doing with her students.
Ms. Bevel, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I have a couple of questions for you. My first one is, what was your favorite book that you read this year?
For my students. So currently we are reading 2 different books in my 2 different blocks.
Mm-hmm.
One is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which I haven't read in years, and it's fantastic, and they're loving it. And my other is Because of Winn-Dixie. Again, I haven't read it in years, and it's a great story too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my second question is, what was your favorite 5th grade project last year?
I would have to say probably the Any Small Goodness Project. I had done it for a number of years in 5th grade, and I love it because I had some great big projects where money was raised for, animal shelters and things like that, cancer research. But I had very small projects, which were like cleaning up a house or your closet and donating your clothes. And it didn't matter whether it was big or small, it was any small goodness as a value, and I love that message.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to this year with your fifth graders?
Well, currently we're working on our project for inquiry, where they're learning about famous inventors, people that have discovered things, artists, and it is my first time doing this project, and they're learning about some very interesting people, and I love how they're all talking about it. They're going to be making a presentation on the computer, and then after that making bobbleheads, which we remember doing. So I'm excited about this project in inquiry.
I heard that you had a list of books that you had from this year and last year. What was your favorite book that you read this year?
So I read so many great books, but the one that sticks out is The Island of the Missing Tree. It was a great story, but I do love to read.
Yeah. What projects are you planning on doing with your fourth graders this school year?
So the projects that I'm currently doing, like the one that I just talked about, an inquiry, that is one of the projects that we're doing. In language arts, because I'm just new back in fourth grade, like I'm trying to come up with things like the Any Small Goodness project, or even like the songwriting project. I remember doing that. But I'm, kind of getting my feet wet with fourth grade reading materials.
Okay, that's all I have for you today. But thank you for letting us interview you today.
Awesome,
Bye.
thank you.
Thank you, Miss Bevel. Now we'll be going to Anderson Moore.
Hi Anderson, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
I have a couple questions for you. My first question is, what was your favorite activity or project that you've done this year?
I think when we made a slingshot.
The question for you is, are you nervous about going to upper school next year?
I'm nervous, but also excited.
Okay, my first question is, are you excited about any upcoming field trips?
I think I'm excited about the Met.
Okay, my first question is, which project are you most excited for?
The bobbleheads.
Okay, thank you, Anderson.
Thank you, Anderson. Now we'll be going to Lila Frost.
Hi, Lala. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
I have a couple questions, and my first one is, what was your favorite part about language arts last year?
My favorite part about language arts last year was definitely Mrs. Bevel. She's a really nice teacher, and yeah.
My second question is, what was your favorite project that you did this year?
My favorite project that I did last year was the Any Small Goodness project. It's really fun, and yeah.
My second question is, what was your favorite book that you read this year?
My favorite book that I read this year is Hatchet by Mrs. Wilson. It was like, it had a lot of terms, and it was like very
So my next question is, what was your favorite book that you read last year?
My favorite book that I read last year was definitely Diving Willow.
My last question is, what was your favorite project that you've done so far this year?
This year, I definitely think that my favorite one was the Fantasy Island project.
Me too. Bye.
Thank you, Lila. That was what some of the Rogers community thinks about their classes. And thank you for watching us, and a big thank you to our interviewees for their cooperation.
Hey everyone. So I want to take a moment to talk about our basketball team. This season, we've had a challenge run so far, 0 wins. We've had challenge... Wait, yeah, you heard that right. But you know what? That's okay. It's been tough out there. We face some really strong opponents, and sometimes it feels like we can't catch a break. But what's important to remember is that it's not just about the wins. Every game we've learned something new, whether it's about teamwork, strategy, or just supporting one another. Each experience has made us better players. The scores may have stayed 0, but the memories we've been building up, the hustle and the laughter, those are the real victories. Plus, we got plenty of time to improve. So let's keep our heads up and continue giving our best. The season isn't over yet, and who knows, our breakthrough might just be around the corner.
Hi, my name is Alina Texino, and I'm here with Devin Crawford. So today I'm going to be interviewing him on the boys basketball team. How many games have you guys won?
0.
How does that feel?
Pretty bad.
How did the boys from the basketball team treat you?
They treated me really well.
Bye, guys. Hi, I'm Alina Texino, and I'm here with
Anderson Brazek.
I'm going to be asking him questions about the boys basketball team. How many games have you guys won?
0.
How does that feel?
Not really good.
How did the boys of the basketball team treat you?
I don't know. Fine.
Hi.
Great.
Hi, I'm here with,
Corey.
and I'm going to be interviewing him about the boys basketball team. How many games have you guys won?
0.
How does that feel?
It kind of hurts a little bit because last year we came off like an undefeated season and we went to the championship and we lost like by a little bit though. But I just feel like we just have to work better as a squad. Like coming on next year, I mean I won't be here, but I feel like the other guys who are gonna be here, they have to, bring it to the table.
How did the boys on the basketball team treat you? Like practice or game?
It was fun. Like how us boys do. We always goof around and stuff like that. But besides that, it was a fun experience to just be with those guys and hang out with those guys.
Hi, I'm here with
Alan.
Today I'm going to be interviewing him on questions about the boys basketball team. How many games have you guys won?
None.
How does that feel?
What?
How does that feel?
Not good.
How did the boys on the basketball team treat you?
Really good.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.
Hello, my name is Ines Fernando, and today we're going to be interviewing students to see how they learn and teachers to see how they teach. We'll be starting with 3 8th grade students to see how they learn things.
Hello, today we're going to be interviewing the 8th grade students. I'm Raina.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Zarko.
Here's my first question for you. How is it like to be taking high school level classes?
So the 3 of us are currently taking Integrated Math 2, which is basically Algebra 2 and Geometry. Last year we took Integrated Math 1, and we're all in 8th grade. And we're currently taking a sophomore year class. And in high school you need 3 math credits to pass or to graduate. And leaving Rogers, we're going to have 2, so technically we can only take 1 year of math in high school, and it allows us to be more advanced with our classes next year.
Another question. Do you enjoy how your schedule is set up?
So, over the 8 years that we've been at Rogers, we've seen a lot of fluctuation in our schedules. But right now, in the schedules that we have now, I'm honestly kind of enjoying it. We have 3 classes, lunch, then LP, 1 class, and then we go home. And this is really great because those 3 first classes, we can get our energy out in those classes. And then towards the end of the day, when after lunch we're super tired, we just have that 1 class, and then we can relax for the rest of the day.
What is your biggest challenge that you faced this year?
I think that the biggest challenge that I faced this year is definitely the transition from 7th to 8th grade because earlier on, I had been informed that 8th grade was kind of relaxed here since next year you're going to high school. But it is probably the hardest year that I faced so far because the level is just as much as it is in high school because they're trying to prepare us for high school. So definitely the level of classes is also a very great challenge this year.
What is your biggest change from 6th grade to 8th?
I think the biggest change from 6th grade to 8th grade is the workload. I know the teachers are pretty chill and they're very fun in 6th grade and they give you a lot of fun work. But then when you get to 8th grade, the teachers are a lot more stricter when it comes to work. And they're trying to prepare you for high school more, so the workload is definitely a lot more. They give you a lot of homework, a lot of projects, a lot of tests. Like we have at least 1 test almost every week, or 2. So yeah, I think it's the workload.
Do you feel like your teachers in your grade is help preparing you for high school?
Honestly, there are some classes that are easier than others, and I would say that the easier classes are more in the 8th grade level, but there are certain classes, like for example, Miss Malaves, where many times she's actually told us that she's preparing us for high school in her class, and it really shows how hard the workload is going to be. I'm assuming that now we don't have as much homework as we're going to have in high school, but I think that 8th grade has prepared us a little bit for what we're going to experience next year.
That's all for now.
This is an 8th grade math teacher's classroom, and this is the math teacher. Let's talk to the math teacher, ask her a few questions.
Hello. Right now I'm with Miss Barrios. She's the math teacher of 8th grade. How is it like to teach 8th grade students?
It's very interesting. It's very exciting to teach 8th grade students. You never know what type of a day it might be. It might be a good day, bad day, but most of the time, it's a pretty good day.
What's your favorite part of being a math teacher?
My favorite part of being a math teacher is when I see my students understand a concept that they may have had a hard time with, and for them to understand it and have that like aha moment, that is a very meaningful thing. I really enjoy that.
If students don't behave, what do you do?
So if students don't behave, I usually give them like 3 warnings, and if on that 3rd warning they still don't listen, then usually I will write them up.
What challenges do you face teaching 8th grade students?
Well, the fact that they're like 13, 14 years old, their age, I think is a challenge. I think that sometimes they come to school wanting to learn and sometimes they come to school not wanting to learn. So that's where the challenge is trying to motivate students to do the work and to listen.
Does your math class prepare students for high school?
Oh, yeah. So currently I teach 4 classes. 2 of the classes that I teach are an 8th grade math class, and then I teach an integrated Math 1 class, which actually is a high school class. It's a 9th grade freshman class. And I also teach integrated Math 2, which is a sophomore high school class. So my 8th grade students are getting prepared for high school because I'm teaching them basically pre-algebra skills to help them do well in high school next year.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for interviewing me.
Thank you, Ms. Barrios. Now we're going to talk to one more teacher, the Individuals and Societies teacher, Ms. Malave. Now I'm here with Ms. Malave. She's the 8th grade social studies teacher. How's it like to teach 8th grade students?
It's a bit different. I taught high school for the first 16 years of my career, so I've been around forever with the dinosaurs. And they're a little bit different. They're more immature, but it's fun. It's fun, I would have to say.
Is it guys helpful for the crucial part of high school?
I tend to teach as if I were a high school teacher. And so it is crucial for them to kind of have an understanding of what it is they need to be able to do. I always tell them that my class is 8.5 because it's kind of halfway to ninth grade. There's a big changeover that you make when you go to ninth grade. And so I want them to be as prepared as possible.
What challenges do you face of being an 8th grade teacher?
Getting them to understand that I know what I'm talking about. I think that's the hardest part of it. I think students don't necessarily, they think they know it all. And so when I tell them, you need to do this in order to be able to do this, it takes them a couple of months to understand that I know that I've been there. So.
What's your favorite part of your job?
You know what, the students are my favorite part, because for the most part, I'd say 99% of them are good people. It's just that 1% that drive me a little bit crazy, but for the most part, they're good.
What's the most important thing you have to remember when in your class?
Patience. I say to myself in my head, have patience. You have to remember to have patience, and that's also for the students. I mean, they don't get that 8th grade, no college is ever going to see anything that you do in middle school. But what you learn here is what you take in high school. So I keep telling them, have patience with yourself. You'll be able to get there. And normally they do. And they come back to me and they say how happy they are that they had me. So.
And what's the main thing the students need to remember from your class?
To study. Most of the kids don't know how to study when they get here. So they need to learn how to study.
Thank you for being here, Ms. Malave.
Thank you very much. You're an excellent interviewer.
Thank you, Ms. Malave. It's really fascinating to talk to these teachers and students about how they work. This was very nice to talk to these students and teachers.
My name is Lindsay, and today we're introducing the girls basketball team. We have one of the coaches, Miss Wilson, Nola Swicki, Morgan Crianza, and Sophia Lopez from 6th grade. Enjoy!
Hi, Miss Wilson. Welcome to our interview. We'd like to ask you some questions.
Hi, of course.
How do you enjoy the team and coaching so far?
I really enjoy coaching the team. They're very passionate, and a lot of them haven't played basketball before. So the dedication that they have to try to learn the game is really impressive.
What are the girls' strategies for winning a game?
Definitely communication. In basketball, you have to have a lot of communication in order to be successful. So communicating like where to be on defense and offense, and also just to give it their all every game.
Thank you for your time. Have a good day.
Of course, you too.
Hi Morgan, welcome to the interview. Hi. I'd like to ask you some questions. What's your favorite part about basketball?
My favorite part about basketball is probably all the fun activities and games we do with the team.
What inspired you to join the basketball team?
Probably my friend Nola, because she's been doing basketball for like I think 2 years, something like that, and she told me to join and it's been very nice so far.
Thank you, Morgan, for your time. Have a nice day. Hi. I'd like to ask you some questions. Okay. How did it feel to have your first win as a team?
It felt pretty good because our first win was our first game, so it was a strong win to start the season off.
Another one. What position do you play?
I play main point guard, but there's also you can have multiple of each position, but mainly I play point guard, and then on defense, I'm the wing, which is when you look at the box, it's the top corner.
Thank you for your time, Noah. Have a nice day. Thanks.
Thank you for watching.
Hello, RS. Today I'm Alex Wiskowski, and I'm going to be interviewing Nolan Gavlin and Grayson Niles. Nolan and Grayson are part of the cast on The Wiz Jr., directed by Mr. Joe.
Nolan, what is your role in the play? I play a field mice policeman along with Grayson and Troy Cruz from 7th grade.
What is your job as Wiz Jr.?
Me, Nolan, and Troy arrest Dorothy, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion in the poppy field because they shouldn't be there.
When would you be seen in the play? We're seen around page 40 of the script, or the middle of the play.
Grayson, who's your favorite person in The Wiz Jr. and why?
My favorite character is the Scarecrow because he's really funny in the movie.
Nolan, who's your favorite character in The Wiz Jr. and why?
My favorite character is the Tin Man because he's really uptight but has a really big heart in the inside.
Thank you, Nolan and Grayson, for your time.